haven't done this transfer deadline day. So it's taking me a while to get used to it. But for all the people who've been on Twitter complaining and Wednesday and what it can be done, in my head you just sound like this.
Complain.
Hello and welcome. Hang on, I've got the sound effects on.
Hey guys, and welcome to this live stream. I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope you're all having a good time tonight. It's been a weird one. Thank you for all the support recently on the channel as well. It's been absolutely superb. I'm kind of blown away by it. Hey, up door. How you well, mate? How you doing? I'm okay. I'm a bit apprehensive to go live again on my channel. As some of you know, the last live I did when I did the transfer special, it kind of threw me. I've had my confidence knocked a little bit. It was gonna happen one day on a show. I've done well to try and edit things out, or when I am do these in good places. But yeah, I am well, thank you. Hope you're well. I hope you're good, Bob. All right, Door. Chicken. I have noticed some really weird comments on the channel this week. I'm not going to lie. It's been a bit odd. The channel has had some very strange comments. I've had some very strange things to deal with as well. It's been a week. I like this week to just end a little bit, to be fair. So yeah, it's one of those ones where this week I am looking forward to it being done and starting afresh for the rest of next week. But we will see what happens. I just want to open up a new window in a different screen because I do want to use some things that I've been trying to do. Bob wanted to basically, when I did the transfer special live stream, I had a face seizure. So half my face dropped and I lost the ability to talk for a good 5-10 minutes, and my jaw locked as well. So it was a really bad one. I had to go deal with that. I had Worko and James come on the show. We also had Sophon as well from the Talking Wednesday to help me through the rest of that stream because I was struggling. But I like doing the live streams, the transfer. It's something I've really started to enjoy doing a lot more, and the more I can do, the better. And I'd like to do more streams because I'm getting better at it. I feel like I've got a lot of confidence again. So it's one of those things. I've just got to start building my confidence back up. Evening, DJ, just be careful in chat. There's been a lot of interesting stuff this week, so be on guard. I'll let you know offline basically what happened, but it's been kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't know if it's the awesome stream. I meant the quick. Cheers, bud. Yeah. We got some interesting things to talk about with Wednesday, really, haven't we? Because it's interesting. Our treatment room is full. I feel like we should be going, attention, can everyone please leave the treatment room? We are full. Mr. Wilkes, you can stay here for 2 to 6 weeks, but we'd like you to leave in 3. It's that kind of situation at the moment. Hey, Michael Brown, how you doing, mate? Thank you, I much appreciate that, mate. it means the world. It really does. And a lot of people are noticing I'm messing around with new intros at the minute as well, trying to change things up a little bit. And I'm doing something as well where if I get a comment that seems a bit not bad, but also a little bit kind of going for it, or I don't understand it, it'll get made into a short, but I will also do comments that I think are really good highlighted and do that as a short video as well, a way of shouting out the idiots and then shouting out the actual people. The person who did it this week, it wasn't really an idiot comment, it was just more of me trying to say, look, the intro was about this is why I did that intro, and kind of thing. It was just trying to have clarification, because sometimes I can speak it better than when I type it. Not always. So, Wednesday have an injury crisis at the moment, and it is not great for us to have an injury crisis. It really isn't. I've got this funny feeling where you look at it, like I said, and I just realised my effects weren't up. So, Mr. Wilkes, we would like you to leave the treatment room in 2 to 3 weeks. Anybody else in here, take your time, but we kind of need you just for pace. And yeah, please leave soon. Even though a lot of people had the situation where they're not sure about him, DJ being one of them, I understand why, I get it. But our treatment room has got massively, yeah, that's what I thought it was, DJ. But I got one today that has really confused me. But I got the whole thing. I'm using it as a positive. I'm using it as a positive to try and educate people as well. It's one of those ones. And I didn't mean to call him out like I did. It was just my way of having a little bit of fun and explaining why I did it, because we all know in life there's only a couple things that can change your mood. And the two certainties in life, which is death and taxes, and one of them that can change your mood is a Sheffield Wednesday win or Sheffield Wednesday loss. It can really change it. Really pleased to see you doing well this season. Hope you get 1 or 2 automatic pots. They're coming from League United supporter. I hope you get your stuff sorted with manager. I really hope you can figure out what's going on. It sounds a little bit behind the scenes. It sounds a bit of a mess at the minute, Michael. I hope you get it sorted soon. You don't want to have that going into a new season next season. Hopefully, I'd like you to stay in the Premier League, but I'd also like you to come down to the Championship and us go up and play you, because we haven't had one of them in a while. It's been one of those things. It's about time Andy and Cliff moved out there. Well, with how much he flags us off, yeah, it would be nice. But yeah, Wednesday's had a bit of a situation this week in the sense that we've had to... What's going on with the, and yeah, the treatment room starting to look like a best 11. It is. It's been interesting with the whole situation with the injuries. They just come at the wrong time, and I've seen a lot of people come out this week and slag Darren Moore off and say, well, he should have brought in the players then, and he did try and bring in the players. The players either came and then the club changed their mind while things were happening, or they couldn't get the players out. The January transfer window this year was going to be a nightmare due to the World Cup. There were teams who didn't know what they were going to have to loan out. They didn't know who were going to be about. It was a nightmare for us, but especially because we were getting loans. But Bob's asked about Delhi. So Delhi is an interesting one. Outside looking in, I don't know any sources. I haven't actually got any facts on this or anyone in the club. But I get the funny feeling he wants to see where we are come the end of the season. I think he wants to know what league we are in the end of the season and then go from there. Because I have a funny feeling if he can get his mindset to doing stuff like that, the kind of stuff we want from Delhi, that happened on Tuesday night. That run, we just not seen it. I get the funny feeling Delhi plays a lot better the further forward he is. If we can get him playing further forward, that would be superb. I want that. I want to see that in Delhi. I want him to do those runs. It's very difficult to get him to do that, though. It's one of those things that I really do struggle to see from him consistently. Granted, I know he's not playing week in and week out, but there are times where he's shown that he could have pushed a little bit further. And some of the, yeah, he got a striker build. I'm not gonna lie, Jez. He got a build of a striker more than a midfielder. I think you could play him as like a cam or a false nine. Not false nine. Yeah, like a false 9-10 role or shadow striker. I think he does really well there, and I think you could convert him. He did play a couple of games for Man City's academy as a striker, so it will be interesting to see where that would go and how that would lie. I'd like to see where we would sort it and see how it goes. But I think with Delhi, it's about just getting his head down, getting as many minutes this season and see what happens. There are 15 people watching and 5 likes. Please get them up. I much appreciate that. It does help. And yeah, I like to see us just explore that. But it could be a case he might be waiting to see where we are, then the other way round, seeing where he wants to be. Because if he's at that point where he's going, right, we're up, I want to be part of this, I want to keep going, he might not want to put pen to paper until everything's done. It's one of those things. Yeah, you wouldn't want to get in Delhi's way, would you? If he was on a run. He just built very strong, and he's done what I wanted him to. He's really good. Yeah, exactly. I think he could do it. I'd love to see Delhi as a striker. He was bully defensive. Would love to. I can see it happening. I can see that happen. We know what Darren Moore's like at converting players. So one to maybe talk about in the Talking Wednesday podcast, hopefully. I'll put a little pluggy plug there. It's out every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Please go give it a listen. Leave those ratings as well. It really does help. But yeah, I think it could be one of those situations there, and where it could help in that sense, because I just get the funny feeling you play him as a target man or striker. That could be a really good partnership. There's one right there. Wilkes and Deli Bashiru could be a really good strike force. The strength and the speed, that could be something you go for. It's just getting that his head space right, because we also have to remember he's a young lad. He's a very, very young lad. I think he's only 21 if I remember correctly. Kind of thing. So he's a young lad. So he's still learning his trade to a point. And the fact that we've managed to get him in the squad already is really good. I think you just made the perfect combination here. Wilkes, Delhi, and Windass behind. That would be superb. Playing like prime Akin Benoit, yeah, I can see that. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because we could really do some good work there if we get it right. One of the things that I'm loving at the minute with the positivity around the club, 18 clean sheets. That's a record that's been broken from Westwood. Westwood had that record of 17. Both keepers have played so well this season. Let's be honest. Yes, there were times when David Stockdale was playing and he would play it out from the back, and that will scare you a little bit because he's not very good at playing out from the back. Where Cammy is a natural at playing out from the back. He doesn't get flustered that much. He gets the ball out fast, which is more importantly. He gets it out to feet, gets it to see where the next man is. And I think that's something that's been really clever by Darren, by playing these two keepers off by saying, I haven't actually got a number one. It's your two to fight it out, and I'll go with whoever's the best person. And I think that's something Darren's done very, very well. And I'm very intrigued by it. I'm not going to lie. I'm very intrigued how it will go. Because I think there's a part of me that having those two fight each other for that number one is both spurring each other on. And it's something we've not really seen in a Wednesday point of view. Yeah, Stockdale's attitude has been superb. Stockdale's like having another coach on the pitch now. And I like that someone turned around and said in the interview, teaching them how to do a bit of time wasting kind of thing. And yeah, it's not what you like to see, but it's in the game. Yeah, sadly, it happens in the game. We are doing that kind of thing. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Hang on a moment. Let me just share this link. Anyone? And it's interesting to see how we play. And I like what we got going. You look at our injury record, it's not great at the minute, let's be honest. The injury record could do with sorting out. I'll just put it basically sorted. But it's due to him playing a lot of football. You look at Patterson. Patterson's probably he hasn't played being a wing back in many, many years. And it's the most running he's had to do in ages. That's why he probably pulled up. The great thing about Pato's injury, it's not a surgery one. The great thing about Wilkes' injury, no surgery required. Both Wickway and Hennigan's both required some sort of surgery. You look at Reece James coming back. Reece James could be the perfect person to come in. And it's really interesting there. Wilkes can be too selfish at times when attacking. Wilkes needs to play the ball. So, yeah, he also doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't look up enough. He tried to just go for the glory himself, and I think that can be coached out of a player. Or that can be coached into a player to release the ball quicker and stuff. And I think Wilkes is the kind of player who needs a manager to coach that into him, have it round his arm and saying, "Look, I got you." There's been a lot of things apparently behind the scenes that's not been great family-wise, so makes you wonder what's happened. I know he's not had a great one at times. When Wilkes is good and playing, he's unstoppable. But it's one of those situations we've seen glimpses of it, but we haven't seen it at all what it lived up to be by some things. And granted, I'll admit I was one that was living it up a lot. I saw what he was like. Never judge a player on YouTube videos, I know, but I was getting a lot of good information from Donny Rover fans who I know and a Hull fan that I knew as well. The only ones that kind of turned around and said it negative was actually Barnsley. Give me. So Wilkes was like that at the previous call. Yeah, it was like at Barnsley Leeds. Wasn't like it too much at Donny and Hull. Hull and Donny seemed to get a tune out of him. I have thought someone like Gregors might have got some cooling on that quite quickly. Yeah, very much so, mate. Hi, mate. Hope you well. How many wins do you reckon we need to get autos? You're probably about right. I'm not counting how many wins or anything. I'm taking it game by game because if I start doing that and putting a number on it, it makes it too. I don't want to think like that. I'm just enjoying where we are and seeing what they do week in, week out, because the moment you put a target on it or a number on it, it ruins it for me at the minute. I'd rather just keep going what we're doing and go from there. I appreciate that, Glenn. Congratulations as well on your mythic getting pregnant, Glenn. Again, you're going to have a busy household, 2 kids under 2. That's going to be brilliant. I don't envy you on that one. Let's have a look here. And try not to do maths either, largely colour. Yeah, pretty much same. I don't do maths. Maths is not my strong point. My strong point talking rubbish about Wednesday, really. And I'm good at it. Let me quickly just do a quick one. As you guys all know, I did a complete brand overhaul. Like you can see in the corner of the screen, there is a little punk chef owl with a Mohican and beard. By the way, the Mohican, hopefully might be trying to get it back tonight. Trying to convince myself to get it back. I miss it. And now the weather's getting a little bit better. I say that. It's been howling a gale all day today. It's been horrible. It's been absolutely horrible. I hated it today. But I need to just quickly do this because I said I would promote it on the channel and I haven't had a chance to properly do it yet. Let's see what we've got here. Cheers, mate. I hope you're well and you're fine. We're doing well, mate. It's been a busy one with half term. Yeah, Jake, you and Plymouth automatic. It looks like it does look like it, doesn't it, True Red? And it looks like you're going to stay up, mate. I'm very happy to see how Nottingham Forest are doing. You're looking really well. Yeah, I need to keep winning. Bolton are picking up. Yeah, but Bolton's an interesting one. I might have to find this one. Let me see if I can find it and see if I can show it on screen. Instagram. Bolton for me then is an interesting one. Let's put it that way, because what happened with Bolton is something I kind of worry about, because their manager has a record of really putting his foot in it. Let's put it that way. He's very good at putting his foot in it. And how can I do this? League One Live, was it? Hang on. Go to that. Okay, let's find it. League One Live. And by the way, I don't mean to insult any Bolton fans or anything like that with this, but he has had a habit in the past of putting his foot in his mouth, and it's never done in the world of good. They just need to keep winning. Yeah, Bolton are looking good. Ipswich looked like they've properly gone off. It's interesting. So I'm just going to switch to the screen, and if I'm incorrect, I'll press this button. So the Bolton manager came out with this the other day. I believe I will be a Premier League manager, and Bolton will be Premier League again. Now, I understand having a lot of faith in yourself and enjoying what you're talking about. I get it. Last season, he made a very similar comment about how he was saying how Bolton was the best team in the league by a country mile, and then they suddenly plummeted. They just went. And it was interesting to see how they just went down. It's like they got into his head. It all went into his head, and they just thought, we are the best team. Instead of like motivating them to say the best team and stuff, it went the opposite direction. But I this season has had the thing where I liked watching Bolton's manager just not say anything. Keep his mouth shut. I think it's been one of those things where I loved watching him not say anything because I think it's helped them. I think last season when he said something, it was a very interesting thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Nat hit the nail on the head. Bolton bet him in League One last season, according to their manager. Now he says something like this. It's one of those things where I don't think he needs to say it. I don't think he needs to say a thing at all. So what's actually happening with Man City? Are they going to go down? Man City thing will run on for at least 2 to 4 years. I can't see anything happening till then. If it all depends on how it goes and what actually have been, what can be proven, what can't. You think they'll have done their due diligence, but if they've done it, and it's all come back true, Pep will quit or leave, and they should do what happened with Rangers. You relegate them down to League Two. Granted, Rangers was a different thing. They went bust and had to start again, but you do what they did with Rangers in Scotland. You relegate them, they have to start again. Like, if you broke the rules, you broke the rules. We got punished for some things in the accounting thing. We got punished. They shouldn't. A fine for someone like Man City does nothing. It really doesn't. Because they can just pay that out of the pockets. It's easy. Yeah, it's looking like that. Let me have a look what's going on here. Happy seeing the team Plymouth Plenty being in the Championship. Something different, not seen before. Yeah, I agree. Complete opposite to Darren Moore. Yep. I like you said, mate. Ticky game off, but game by game when you don't hit the ground with a bang, steady ground. Yeah, that's the thing. We just got to be careful. When he mentions about Corsley in the pictures was just a ridiculous thing to say in the actual League North. Yeah, it, like I said, he opens his mouth and says things and it ruins it. He's very good at putting his foot in his mouth and ruining what's going on at Bolton. I haven't said Ipswich are not finished. I haven't said Ipswich are done. But your form's just dropped if you're an Ipswich fan. And you got to just pick your form up. If you put your form up, you're back where you are. But from what I've seen from other Ipswich fans, it's like your form just dropped. It's like you brought in too many players and they've not gelled. That's the issue with like bringing too many in. You can bring in a small amount and it work, or you can bring a lot amount and it work. But if you bring a lot in at the same time, they've got to keep going. It's not close enough. It's too close, Glenn. We win our game in hand. It's a completely different story if we win. And thank you, DJ, for reminding people to get the like thing. Super chat is on as well. It'll highlight your message and I will read it out. I much appreciate it. Memberships are a thing. I am doing stuff with that very, very shortly. I've been trying to figure out what I can offer. I think I've figured it. I think it'll be back to doing the trucking streams, but putting it behind the membership instead. I know a lot of you missed that, and doing ground-to-ground things, because these videos go, they're RFF feeded onto other platforms now. So if I do something that's not football related or Wednesday related, I get messages saying it'll have to be deleted or I have to redo something. So I have to figure things out. I do want to give a very quick shout out and plug. Let me just get rid of that one. So, as you all know, I had a complete brand change. I had the owl done. I had everything done recently, just at Christmas. Lee at Goof Created did it, goofcreated.design.com. He's just recently done the Talking Wednesday stuff as well, the new design for Talking Wednesday as well, and it looks really good. I have got in the pipeline at some point about possibly doing, where is it? Puncture 41. But I have got at some point in the pipeline of doing new Wednesday, not Wednesday, Punk Chef 41 hats and maybe beanie, doing them at some point down the line. Something I want to do for a while, but I've got stuff. I want to do some for myself, have a look at what it looks like. Why is the Bala trending? I always find it funny, when you find you see a footballer trending or someone trending, you're like, why is that person trending? What's he done? Let's have a look. Why is the Bala trending? I don't want to click on it just in case it's something bad, so I'll just check my phone. Why is it trending? Oh, apparently Newcastle are in for Dybala, apparently. Is that what it says? Hang on. Translate tweet. Wow, Newcastle United can sign Dybala for 11 million in the summer. That would be a steal. An absolute steal, that. It will be interesting. Evening, Jake. How are you, mate? Around the Ground is on the EFL shows, the 72 EFL show with Dapper, me, Ian on 18 Dapper channel. Really good vlogger. He's doing stuff around ground. He's a ground hopper. He's also a Wednesday fan. He's doing some really good stuff at the minute. He's getting around to other grounds, and it's always interesting in watching going. I prefer it when he goes to the smaller ground because it's interesting to see that. I like that kind of thing. Let's have a look. Thoughts on Neil Warnock as at Huddersfield? As you know, I'm a fan. I think it makes sense. I think Warnock at Huddersfield makes sense. And it changed a little bit what my relegation thing is now. I really think that he'll keep him up. It'll be between Cardiff and Huddersfield to go down, I think. But I think Huddersfield may just pull it off. I think it's a good idea. I like Neil Warnock, even though everything that he's just really good for the game. And he'll be a miss when we eventually do it. So it'll be good. Punk, have you thought of a football manager? I have thought of a football manager stream. The only thing with football manager stream, it takes a lot of hours, and it's how much hours I'm willing to sacrifice. That pretty much it, and I will do that. It was not merch for the podcast. It was mock-up designs that Lee has put up on his website. They are actually merch, but if that's something you were interested in, I can pass the message on to Dex. Something similar I would have for the Wednesday as well. For the Wednesday, Jesus Christ, I cannot get my words out today. For Punk Chef 41 as well. So it's that kind of thing I thought of. Mate, so basically there's some people out there who make bold predictions. Oh, I know that, mate. But for me, it's too early to say. I said at the end of at the start of the season, I said we were going up champions. But until I got that game in hand, it's too close to say. And I know it sounds like I'm sitting on the fence pulling splinters out my backside, but it is way too close to call who's going to go up. It really is. Hello, Puncture 2. I am good, thanks, Ian. How are you, mate? It did look good, didn't it? Oh no, God! They will. Oh, let me have a look here. They will never happen to Man City. The 2000. I know, mate. It's a shame, really. The FFP thing, just a joke. They should scrap it. Full stop. I got a daughter. I went to pink a bit for Christmas. Stuck with daddy. Likewise, of the baby. Hey, gotta be, mate. You gotta. Once if you got a kid and you're a Wednesday fan, we did it with my little one. I don't need to get her a shirt because we've struggled to get this year's. You think you're having no baby girl? Oh, brilliant. No worries, Lee. Lee, who's around the ground. I'm looking forward to watching the Gillingham one. It should be a good game, that. Mate, joke aside, it's easy to make a prediction for the teams then Wednesday. You don't want to curse it. Exactly. That pretty much it. I don't want to do that. Good job done. My youngest is a Liverpool fan. Oh no, you didn't fail. You just they saw the pretty lights of the Premier League and went, I want some of that. I'm good, Ian. Thank you. How are you? Bloody hell, commiseration, Bob. Definitely, I like one of each. I love that the kind of thing I want to kind of do. I kind of want to do a slouch beanie and trucker hats and possibly a hoodie. It's something that I want to really do for mine. And I know we talked about possibly doing merch and stuff, but Lee did all my design work and he smashed it. So if you're someone... Goof Creative, if you're someone who needs logo packages doing or anything like that, please go to his Twitter. Have I still got it on screen? No, that's the wrong one. I keep clicking the wrong button. There we go. GoofCreativeDesign.com. Please go to Lee if you need to go have any design work done. He's superb. Really easy to work with as well. Let's have a look what we got here. Warnock said he would never manage again. Yeah, but Warnock's always said he'll never manage teams again and said he'll walk away and then come back. You know what I think it is with Neil Warnock? I seriously think Neil Warnock's issue is more that he's in the house and his missus has had enough of him. It's like, please go away and go back to managing. I'd rather you go back and manage. That's something I'd rather you did instead of being in the house. I think he just gets enough. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think his website's down at the minute. If you could, DJ, we'll put his Twitter in there as well. Hang on a moment. Let me get his Twitter. And you can get in touch with him. He's on Instagram and all those good places as well. Just put his Twitter in there. In that, we'll put his Twitter in for now because I think his website getting a redesign. Downmore mentioned Jaden Brown in press conference again today. As I've proper feeling to Navar. Do you think he could be a player for us? I don't think so. For me, I struggle with Brown. I just don't know. I don't know if he got the confidence or not. I think his confidence is just dented ever since he did that that game where he did the own goals and he's never really got back. But again, he could be a player that's better when he knows he's playing week in, week out. There are times where people play week in, week out, week in, week out kind of thing, and they get into a better player. A player who doesn't play week in, week out struggles. I think it's a confidence thing, but I can see Jaden Brown being let go at the end of the season. It could not work. I'm playing devil's advocate. Why make a prediction on Huddersfield? Because Huddersfield is an interesting one. I'll make one on Huddersfield because they're not my team. I'm not gonna make a prediction on Wednesday because it's too tight. It's too tight to tell. I don't want to jinx it. Do you think Warnock is a good He's a very good manager. He is a very good manager. You can't say he's not, Glenn. He's done amazing things. He's been in the game long enough to be able to sort it and stuff. Give me a minute. Let me just get a drink because my throat is... There we go. I don't need to get a drink. Let's have a look. I think he's a good manager. If he wasn't a Blade, he probably would have taken it, but he's a Blade, so... And I think it's something stupid. I think his entire family are Wednesdayite, so it's something like that, and that's why he was a Blade. Let's have a look. Not hard to imagine. Mate, you mean Colin? Yeah, Colin. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that on stream, but yes. Around again. What's the prediction for tomorrow? I wouldn't mind another 3-0. I would not mind another 3-0 to us. I think it would help a lot. I'd like to go for more, obviously, but I think they will be a lot smarter not doing, if you know what I mean. Because they might wake up a little bit because of death ration. You don't know. They do have a lot of key men out there. I think they've got 2 of their main defenders out as well. But I'd take a little bit of a. I'll take a 1-0, 2-0. But I think we need to try and get the goals up a little bit more. Even though our goal distance is great, the more we got, the better. So it will be interesting, Lee. If we did what was the goal? Goal midweek with 3-0. If we do two wins, 6.3-0, 6 goals, I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. I've got boys, one likes Liverpool and hate football, but he just started YouTube gaming job. Oh, brilliant! I hope he enjoys it. I think he'll enjoy it. If just tell him, take his time, enjoy it. Don't do it for the sake of content. Do it because he loves gaming and creating things. Do you think it will be a major reboot? Oh no, it'll be another big rebuild in the Championship. It wouldn't be major, but he's had a lot more. There's a difference between what Darren Moore can do in League One and what Darren Moore can do in the Championship. He can get more players to come to a Championship team than he can a League One team. So there's a lot more. There's a lot more players who will come down to Championship level than they will League One because it's not that far of a step down, Glenn. So I think if Warnock didn't have the history and was younger, I'd take him at Sheffield Wednesday any day. Yeah, definitely Maple Leaf. How are you anyway, Maple Leaf? What's it like over there at the moment? I'd take 1-0. If we go up for me, I think we'll let go. For me, Brown, Backinson, Adenir, and Brown, yes. Backinson, I don't know. Backinson, I'm not sure about. Because I think he'll try and make that one work. Backinson could be one of the players that first season doesn't work, second season it does. We'll see. Smith, first goal tomorrow. Yeah, I can see that. Jimmy, 18-16. We know we're not in the Championship yet. We're just talking... what do we think we'll need a rebuild if we got there? We know we're not in the Championship. We're not looking that far ahead. Someone asked the question saying, do you think we would need a rebuild in the Championship? We know we're not in Championship. We've got to get our League One first. We're not going overboard, but it was something that someone said. How long have we been careful? We've been good with FFP for a while, to be fair. That's the word I'm looking for. We've been good. I think the thing is, I don't think Chansiri would do the same mistakes in the Championship. And I think with someone like Darren Moore, he's very good at getting bargains. He's very good at getting frees. He's very good at getting players who will want to be here. He's had it before where I think he tried to get players in and he turned round and said they didn't get back in touch with me enough, or they turned around and gone, I'll have a think about it. It's like, no, I've got to try and I need an answer now. You're either part of the project or not. So it'd be interesting to see who comes in when Championship really pulling the game. Yeah, it will be interesting to see what he could do. And does he get a little bit more money? Kind of thing to spend? You kind of hope so. TV money and that. It would be interesting to see what would happen. And well, all great over here. Hope you are congratulating on the cooler top. Thank you, mate. Hi, let's have a look. We're not there yet, but I do think things are looking up. Yeah, I do agree. Most underrated player this season. Now that is a good question. Most underrated player. That's a very good question. I can hear motorbikes going outside. Oh, Jesus, that is a good question. Oh, and I thought you meant cooktop. Yeah, good to get it done. I'm happy that it finally done. I can cook food again. It's been a nightmare. Well, for me, MVP, the player who's been the best for me, Palmer, without a shadow of a doubt. Most underrated player. Underrated Palmer or Vokes have been good. Yeah, it's one of those two, really, isn't it? I think Vokes is... The thing is, people were expecting Vokes to be smashing him in from all over the place. But he done that Luongo role really well. He had done really well with the just being there to sweep things up. I spoke to an Ipswich fan the other day, and he was saying about Luongo being MIA since he'd been there. It's like waste of a signing. So it's interesting, but vote for me. Evening, Jenna. Hope you well, mate. Are you having a good one? Be interesting to see how your vlog comes out when you get it, when it's all done and dusted, mate, or if it's already out. Palm all day for me with a 10k trick. You know what, Lee, around the ground? I think Darren Moore might implement that next season in training, like making all the players do 10k. And I think it'll make a world of difference if he did do it. I think it would be interesting to see how the players would react to that. Anyway, see you later, Bob. Enjoy your bath, and thank you for coming in. Always appreciate you being in, mate. Volksy, not a bad shout. Jana, of the Plymouth best side I've seen all season. Too big to leave one. Hope for you and my club Plymouth getting the championship by the way the atmosphere and a fair way. Keep up the good work. Yeah, mate, you too. Keep up what you're doing. I said in the group chat a couple of times that we're in. I still think it's up to going up, but we'll see. There's a lot of games left. I was very happy to see Plymouth in the championship along with we're joining them. Exactly, very much so. Well, so you're on about COD's vlogs, Ben Nappers. So Ben Nappers is out of hospital now. He's been in for 27 days. He got out, I think it was on Thursday. He had a knee injury, which then turned into a very nasty infection. And everybody's been showing the support for him. He can't wait to get doing his stuff again on his channel. He's got to take it steady. It'll be a couple of weeks before he's at games. But Ben has... He sounds like he's raring to go, but he's going to have to take it steady first. But Ben's doing a lot better now, and he's out of hospital, which is the main thing, that he's at home and he can rest a little bit, which is great. Matto, thumbs up for Jake. Great guy and great cruiser. Thank you, Lee. And he's also, go subscribe to Around the Ground. He's doing ground hopping stuff, and he's a Wednesday fan. His content's really good. He's just started. I think he's on 600 subs, and he's absolutely smashing it. Enjoying a beer tonight with a live stream. What a start to a weekend. Yeah, that is a good start to a weekend. I'm not going to lie. That is really good start to a weekend. One of the subjects I actually want to pick up on, I did a video about it at 12 o'clock today, and it was about us having to bring in some of the youngsters like Adatoman, Fuser, and Shipton. The one thing I had to sort out with this, it's been an interesting set of situations with this. I've had so many fans over the years turn around to me, why don't we use our academy? Why don't we use our academy? Why are we not using academy players? We now start to use our academy players. It's like, why are we using them? Oh, because we had a bad window. He didn't do good enough in the transfer market. He didn't do good enough. What the hell is going on? We're finally using academy players. It's what we'd all wanted, but now it's the worst thing since sliced bread. If Darren Moore thinks they're good enough, then they're going to jump in. Them being in the first team or the first team pitch is going to help them. Just being on the bench is going to help them. It does my head in. Good to hear about Nappers. I do watch other vloggers, mate. I watch Dapper18. I watch Over the Bar with Ian Bradley. I watch Cov Vlogs. I do watch Sheffield Cam. Sheffield Cam was on the 100th episode of the Talking Wednesday podcast. You can find it on the Thursday Boxer channel. The link is in the description in all of my videos. Please go leave us reviews on that. It really does help. He was on the Talking Wednesday episode, and I've been speaking to Cam for a while. He's been absolutely superb. He really has been superb. And recently we brought on Worko as well for the Talking Wednesday. He's been smashing the Twitter account. And also, Worko is currently streaming at the moment and on Twitch. And if you've got a Twitch account and if you've got a Prime account, go give him your Twitch Prime. Tell him I sent you there, and go wish him happy birthday, because it is Jack's 24th birthday today. I will put a link in here. Please go and after this, or now if you want, say PunkChef41. PunkChef41 sent you, and to wish him a happy birthday. I think it'll make his day. He's normally in here, kind of thing. So it's really interesting to do it. Can I send you the link to the Talking Wednesday? Yeah, Glenn. Glenn, I'll send you one after, kind of thing. Let's have a look. Happy to see you. Yeah, it's nice to see 10 days before mine. Nah. Good people born in February, obviously. Let's have a look. He's like Punk and Deck, balancing his views. Cam is really good. I like Cam. Cam's very, very... Cam's just funny as well. I'm not going to lie. Cam's stuff makes me belly laugh. It really does make me belly laugh. He's just funny. And he's altogether a nice game. When do I play that game in hand? I think it's March. I think both of them in March. I think it's either Barnsley, Forest Green, and then Cheltenham. And the two games are Barnsley and Cheltenham we got in hand, if I remember correctly. Let's see if people are jumping in at all. Oh, dear me. Let's have a look. March, end of March, yeah. Thank you for that, DJ. Let's have a look. Which young player will make the first team? I think Adatoman. I think the young Adatoma will do it, because he's big, he's strong, he's a central defender. I think it makes the right thing. I saw somebody earlier as well, I missed it, said about Flint being a free agent next season. I would put a contract in front of him now, ready for next season. I think it would make a lot of sense having someone like Flint in the squad. But then if you've got a youngster coming in as well, that would help as well going forward. Let's have a look. No word late. Much appreciated. Really good. 24. They were the days. The 21 again, I assume. Yeah. He's 21. He's 21. We're all 21 once we get to 21. You don't count them anymore. They don't count. They just don't count. You just stay 21 and that's it. Let's have a look. But I'd be interested to see what happened with the youth. I saw DJ calling for it actually. About Cadamartri coming up because of the situation with strikers. And we can't do that, sadly, because Cadamartri's injured. But I think we could get Durant in. Sam Durant was on the bench versus Fleetwood, and he looked okay, if I'm not gonna lie. He looked decent. Did he play? I can't remember if he came up. He looked a decent unit anyway, what was on the bench. Where is it? Let's go to the Sheffield Wednesday website here. I need to buy another computer screen because this is getting annoying. Next couple of months, I need to buy a new computer screen and I need to buy a new microphone at some point. Yeah, Sam Durant, he was on the bench. He's in our under-21s. And I think he's a player who could do quite well if we brought him through. There's a lot of good ones in there. Like from a player fan. Thank you, Graham. I much appreciate that. Good luck for the rest of the season, mate. I think it's going to be tight between us and you to whoever gets the title. It'll be interesting. I asked you about the Flint thing. It'll be yeah. He does remind me a bit as Rob Jones. If we get to the championship and we have money, we have to go for McGuinness, don't we? We've got to try to. We've got to try to. But if they stay up, they'll try and build the team around him at that back because of how influential. There've been times where I've watched Cardiff and I've walked in and I've gone, what's going on here? He's not the player he was, but he walked into a new atmosphere, hasn't he? He walked into a brand new set of things. He's in a relegation battle instead of a instead of a promotion battle. Interesting here. If we get champion, if you're going for several McGuinnesses, yeah. Interesting thing that I've just seen from the PGMOL, which is the official account for the Premiership match officials. The PGML can confirm that video assistant referee Lee Mason has departed the organisation by mutual consent. Lee was the Premier League referee for 15 years and oversaw 287 top flight games that last during 2021-22. His career in the professional game, so the 51-year-old officiated over 500 fixtures after the progression to the Football League in 1998. So Lee Mason is leaving. He's left the organisation. In his own words, he was sacked. Yeah, it does seem a little bit like he was sacked, but Lee Mason has left refereeing, which is interesting. Not one of the referees I like watching. Is there any games on tonight, actually, by the way? Because it's Friday, and there's normally a Friday game or a Monday game. And I haven't checked tonight because I was doing a stream, and this was going to be a late one. Is there any games on tonight? I'd like to watch some football tonight, but if not, I'll have to watch it all tomorrow. Reading at 8 o'clock versus Cardiff. I'll watch that. In a bit. Which will be interesting. Let's have a look. If I'll get promoted and finances are an issue, maybe the loan market. I don't think the finances will be too much an issue. But the thing is, Darren Moore likes loans anyway. He's a big fan of getting loans in if he needs to. He's good at it. All right, cool, mate. I'll have a watch after this. But he's a big fan of getting loans in anyway, because he used to be a loan manager. Darren Moore's job at West Brom was a loan manager, so it's his wheelhouse. He knows it. He knows what he's doing there, so it was interesting. Big game for Cardiff after winning earlier this week. Yeah, if they win this, they could pull themselves out, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Let's have a look here. If we go to the championship, McGuinness playing right now. Yeah, I was hoping he was going to sort it now. Have a watch of McGuinness now. I plan to after this, mate. Ireland, surely. But thank you for all of you watching tonight. I appreciate the welcoming me back to doing my live streams again. There are going to be days where there are going to be those episodes and full-on seizures. When they do happen, I plan to take myself away for a little bit, come back, get my things back up, and get myself working again. The support on the last couple of days on the videos have been superb. I'm not going to lie. It's been absolutely superb. It's drinking game. If this is the drinking game, this is the point where you take a drink, because I said the word superb, because I say it all the time apparently, and I haven't even realised until I started getting called out for it by Dex and Worko. So yes, please go to Worko's stream as well. I'll let the link in the it should be the pinned comment. He's playing Hell Let Loose, but even if it's just to go in, say happy birthday, I'd like to do that for Worko, because he's become a really good mate of mine, and it's his birthday today, and I think it'll be a nice surprise for him. But thank you for watching, guys. Let's get 3 points tomorrow. Let's get it all sorted, and hopefully, finger crossed, results go our way. I don't want teams to lose. You never do. But if the Plymouth game went a different way and we win, it helps. It does help. I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to be truthful to me. Is there not? No pink. No, the pink comment is the Twitter account. Right, hang on a moment. I will put in his thing now. Live stream. Pete. Right. Right. We'll put it in for a little bit. Replace pinned comment. Oop, there we go. That is Worko's Twitch channel. Go give him a happy birthday message. If you've got a Prime subscription, you can support him with your Prime subscription. It will help him out as well. Again, Talking Wednesday out every day. No, it's not. It's out every Tuesday at 5 p.m. If I did it every day, I'm pretty sure Dex will be busier than he was now if it was out every day. But let's see how we do. Hopefully we go up, and thank you for watching. Enjoy your evening. I'm off to go watch Worko, possibly watch the football, and maybe play some FIFA. Have a good one, guys, and I will speak to you soon.